So today we're going to be using some of the stuff we learned at the beginning of the year, moving the decimal around, to work on dividing by 10. So let's get some practice in. So check out our first problem. We have 54 divided by 10. So in that workspace, we're going to draw 5 tens discs and 4 ones discs. So I'm going to draw myself a place value chart before I draw any discs. So I'm going to do, my decimal point's going to be right here. And so I know that these are tenths, hundredths, then over here on this side of the decimal I have ones, and let's just go to tens just to, okay, so let's see, 54, that's going to give me 5 tens discs. I'm going to make the tens discs bigger because 10 should be bigger than 1. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the ones, let's make those black. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 tens, 4 ones, that's 54. So each number I drew in unit form, so let's see, 5 tens, 4 ones for 54. So what is 110 divided by 10? Well, 10 divided by 10 is 1. So 110 divided by 10 is 1, 1. Or as we call it, 1. If 110 divided by 10 is 1, 1, what is 5 tens divided by 10? 5 ones. So show that division with my number discs on my workspace. So that means I'm going to take all 5 tens and they're going to be moved over here and become ones. Well, and then we have to think about the ones we started with. What's 1, 1 divided by 10? Well, if a 10 divided by 10 becomes a 1 divided by 10 becomes a tenth. So we know it's 1/10. Which means that 4 ones divided by 10 is 4 tenths. So we're going to take those and move them over here. So if my 5 tens became 5 ones, and my 4 ones became 4 tenths, well, then I want to say I have 5 and 4 tenths, so we make sure my decimal's right there. There we go. So our next problem is similar, but still a little bit different. 5 and 4 tenths divided by 10. How does this problem compare to 54 divided by 10? Well, it's got the same digits, but a different value. So we have our 5 and our 4 divided by 10, but there's not the same number. So let's solve with some discs. Okay, I start with my decimal. Boom. And then I know that on this side of the decimal we've got tenths and hundredths over here. Uh-oh, I'm lurking into the next box. And then ones. And right next to ones we have tens. So let's see, how many ones do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I've got 5 ones. How many tenths do I have? Oh, looks like I've got 4 because it's 5 and 4 tenths. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then if we're dividing by 10, everything shifts over. So now everything's over to that side of the decimal. So I have 5 tenths and 4 hundredths. Now remember, 10 is the only number that when we divide, everything shifts over one place value. If we were dividing by 3 or 8 or 17, that wouldn't work. It only works for dividing by 10. All right, same problem. Well, almost. Same digits, different value. So let's see, I'm going to draw my place value chart. Here's my decimal. Let's see, so I need tenths, I need hundredths, And then I'm also going to need thousandths. I'm just going to draw an arrow because I'm out of space again. Teeny tiny thousandths go right there. So let's see, we're going to start with 5/10, 2, 3, 4, 5, because see, we have a 5 in the tenths place, and 4 hundredths. And since we're dividing, we're shifting to smaller, so everything's going over. So now I have 5 over here and 4 here, which means that since I had 5 in the tenths place, but they shifted to hundredths, that means I have a 0 in the tenths place. So there we go. So let's check on this place value down here. So problem 1 is already shown, 54. So let's see, let's do problem 2 is 5 and 4/10 and 4/10, and that would shift over. And then the last one we have is 5/10 and 4 hundredths, or 54 hundredths, and we shifted that to become 54 thousandths. So now here with problem 4, things are shifting again. We have 54 divided by 90. So this problem's different because it's not divided by 10. It's not divided by 10, so we have to make it into a problem where we're dividing by 10. So if we decompose 90 with 10 as a factor, we get 9 times 10. So 54 divided by 90 is really 54 divided by 10, then divided by 9. So what's 54 divided by 10? 5 and 4/10. We know because we just have to move that decimal over. Have we solved the problem? No, because we still have to divide by 9. So what step is left? We have to divide by 9. Well, 54 divided by 9 is 6. So 5 and 4/10 divided by 9 is going to be 6/10. And let's show that over here. So let's see, we have 54 divided by 90 is really 54 divided by 10 divided by 9, which is 5 and 4/10 divided by 10. Oops, excuse me. So then divided by 9. And 5 and 4/10 divided by 9 is 6/10. And I got that 6/10 because I already know that 6 times 9 is 54. And I can see the 54 kind of in my 5 and 4/10. So let's keep going. So a slightly different question. So we have 5 and 4/10 divided by 90. So we're going to break that down the same way. Actually, I want to show you guys how to break it down a slightly different way. So let's do 5 and 4/10 divided by 9 divided by 10. So 5 and 4/10, well, 54 divided by 9 is 6. So 5 and 4/10 divided by 9 is 6/10 divided by 10. So that means we just have to move the decimal over for 6 hundredths. So there's a slightly different way to do it. You could switch the 9 and the 10. So whichever makes the most sense to you to do first.